Tiriti-led is quite scary for a number of organisations, particularly those that are not government. There is a narrative that if you are not a government agency or government department, then you don't have a tiriti obligation. But Te Tiriti created an opportunity for all peoples to settle and make Aotearoa their home. And therefore, if you are in Aotearoa, you are tangata tiriti. You are here because the tiriti permits you to do that.
Being a tiriti organisation to Foundation North means behaving and acting in a way which is consistent with the commitment to Te Tiriti.
Nā koe anu ki aura, ko te mea nui tai nō tu tātou te whakatakoto he kaupapa, tai nō tu tātou i te whakaatu mai e aha te huarai me pēha ko te hakatutukui, engari ko te mea nui hoki kia mahi a te mahi, hei aha te kōrero, kia au kia tutuki rāno te mahi ka tahi no kia ea tō noho i rungo i te ao nei.
Some of this conversation was very confrontational because it was moving, if you like, an audience who thought everything was mostly all right to a position where actually we've got a problem and now we're going to do something about it.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that equity was embedded in our practices at Foundation North at the time I arrived. Really had to elevate my voice in that space. I made an assumption that in service of all communities, everybody would see that you would look for needs-based outcomes, and that wasn't the case when I arrived. It was the case by the time Whaimoe and I departed from Foundation North.
So the question is, how do you take action against the commitment that you've made to Te Tiriti of Waitangi? And we started with the trust deed where the governance aspects of Foundation North are heavily dependent on the Trust Act, but also the trust deed that we have.
Yeah, it certainly is a learning journey for the trustees, as you would appreciate, having 15 trustees who are representative of the diverse community of Tamaki and Auckland. But what we've found is, while they have legitimate questions about what does it mean, they've all been open to walking into the journey and appreciating the place of Te Tiriti.
What we're beginning to do now, and we're in our infancy, is to look at how do we incorporate other worldviews or Māori worldviews, Māori epistemologies into the machinery to help us support decision makers to make their decisions.
If I've got a value today, it's the extent of encouraging people not to panic about this. Relax, believe in ourselves, enable ourselves to actually embrace a new New Zealand, which is really, really interesting, and we could be much better as a nation about it.
We committed when I first started that we would lean into that, we would learn, we would understand, and only by having that empathy could we then actually truly become a Te Tiriti based organisation.